Welcome to the Running Network Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Hello everyone, this is Gary Morgan with Michigan Runner and Running Network. Well, we just finished up the big meet here, the World Indoor Track and Field Championships in Istanbul, Turkey. And Larry's going to give you the whole wrap-up on the meet. We had a phenomenal time here. We're doing the sightseeing tours along with the meet. We went over the Bosphorus Bridge into Asia, went to a mosque today, went to the Grand Bazaar one day, and I did a lot of walking along the seawall, watching the ships coming out of Istanbul. Well, we'll let Larry give you a full wrap-up on this phenomenal meet as the U.S. won 18 medals.
Hello, sport fans. This has been probably the most exciting thing happening in Istanbul since the fall of the Roman Empire back in 1421, or maybe the Turkish Republic in 1928. But we saw 3 fantastic days of track and field. A superb facility in downtown Istanbul on the European side. A crowd of 5,000 to 8,000 people. There's no one here now because it's afterwards, and they're tearing everything down for the next event that's coming here. But Istanbul would like to be the host of the 2020 Olympics, and they're in a tight fight. Yes, people are tearing things down, and we're on TV, but this is live TV. It's what it's about, kids. This is what they pay us the big bucks for, okay? All right, so let's start from the beginning. Some kind of paradigm change things going on. A men's shot put at the 2011 World Champs got shut out. Well, here, Ryan Whiting, in the 5th round through 22 meters, which is about 72.5. I don't have my conversion stuff in front of me, guys. You should have studied the metric stuff in high school. That's your problem. But Ryan really did a great job. Reese Hoffa was 4th. David Storl, the German, I think, who's 22 years old. Storl and Whiting are going to be going at it for the next decade. You're going to see some great shot put competition. Natalia Dobrinskaya broke the world record for the women's heptathlon, scoring 5,013 points. Right behind her was Jessica Ennis. In fact, Jessica's name was put up on the chart showing that she had won, but alas, she hadn't. Jessica, who was the 2009 heptathlon world champion, and is more pressure on her in the UK than any athlete you can imagine, took the silver here and showed a lot of grace. We'll see what happens in London. It could be very, very interesting. Yeah, the U.S. got 18 medals. There's just, I mean, how many, where do we start at? Justin? Yeah, Bernard Lagat, first of all. Yeah, we're going to go over the high points. Bernard Lagat won the 3,000 meters, defended it at the ripe old age of 37. I have watched him race all winter long. He won he took 2nd in the U.S. Open mile in late January. Then he broke the American record for 5,000 meters at the Millrose Games. He went to Birmingham, England, and ran a 3:36 1,500. And we took the taxi back to the airport, and he said, "I'm ready to run." Well, he goes to the U.S. Champs in Albuquerque, wins that off a 25.4 last 200 meters, just blew Lopez Lamong and Galen Rupp away. Came here, used pretty much the same tactics, but a little faster, and he ran a right around a 26.1 for the last 200, winning it in the last 100 meters, but looked fantastic. Ashton Eaton, the world record in the heptathlon, fantastic. He ran the last 1,000 meters. He ran 1,000 meters, which was the final race, in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So you can break that out. He went through the quarter in 59, the 800 in 2:04, and came back with a 28. So the guy's got some wheels. He's run an 800 meters in 1:52 this winter. Ashton Eaton's in shape. Here's my prediction for London 2012. U.S. is going to get 2, and if we have a great day, 3 medals. If Brian Clay can get it all together, you've got Trey Hardy and you've got Ashton Eaton. I can't pick who's going to win the gold. I think Ashton's pretty darn close, but I think, you know what? I'd like to see Ashton. I'm kind of selfish. I want to see Ashton around for 3 more Olympics. So let's see what goes there. But this kid is in amazing shape. His coach, Harry Mera, one of the deans of the decathlon, is, besides just being a great guy, it's nice to see Harry getting some good athletes again. We're very, very happy for him. Another person we're happy for is Sonia RichardsRoss. Sonia won the 400 meters in 50.87 going away. She went through the 200 meters at 22.7. cut in perfectly, great lead, and just dynamo hummed it down the back stretch. She won. Natasha Hastings, who looked pretty good for second, ended up finishing third. That's the first time the U.S. has gotten 2 medals in the 400 meters indoor. Quite frankly, in the individual 400, a lot of times the U.S. has sucked on the women's side. Then you go on the men's side, and no American guys made the final in the 400 meters, which really annoyed me. It's just the guys were outraced. That's just what it came down to. And in fact, in the 400, everybody had picked Karani James to win the 400. Well, the young man who's 19 had a terrible draw. He was in the lane 1. He ended up finishing dead last. And this is a kid who will break the world record someday for the 400 meters. Okay, we're going to talk about a couple other cool things. Women's long jump. Brittany Reese is a long jump goddess. Get it? Long jump goddess. This woman takes a basketball sensibility, brings it to track and field, and is competitive as all get out. She jumped 7:23. So for you guys who need a conversion, it's like 23.7. This woman was amazing. Best jump in the world. And then Janae DeLoach was second place to the British jumper Shira Proctor. So the U.S. went 1-2 in the long jump. Was very cool. The U.S. also went 1-2 in the triple jump. Will Clay, Christian Taylor, former uni teammates. And if you recall, Christian Taylor won the triple jump outdoors 2011 in Daegu. Well, Will Clay's been having a great indoor season. He goes out and jumps 17.63, extends it to 17.70. That is, just a tad under 58 feet, sports fans. He is a triple jump god. And what was really cool afterwards, they pat each other on the back. They're good buddies. They know how to compete. That's what this sport's about. Okay. That's some of the cool stuff.
The 4x4s.
Okay, 4x4s. Wow. If you don't think Great Britain is counting every medal and watching everything we do, then guys, I've got a bag of tangerines for you. London is a big thing for UK athletics, and they are way ahead of us in terms of management and how they put their things together. From their coach, Charles Van Comene, who watches everything, who is a full-time head coach, to the way that they're developing athletes. We've got the talent. Unfortunately, we haven't figured out the management team to put our sport together. Yes, I'm trying to give people some trouble. We need to see a new CEO for USA Track and Field. So, this 4x4. US 4x4 was doing pretty well, and then Christine Oragahu, who, as everybody knows, was a 2007 world champion and the 2008 Olympic champion at 400 meters, has had a couple rough years. She comes out and just blasts that third leg and makes the U.S. work for it. Sonia RichardsRoss comes very close. She got cut off by the level of Ukrainians, but she came very close to catching Shayna Cox, and by 3/100ths of a second. Great Britain won. Huge upset. Totally exciting race. Very, very exciting race. In the men's 4x4, Great Britain was ahead for the first 2 legs. It was on the third leg that the U.S. got ahead, and then Gil Roberts anchored, and the U.S. won in 3:04. It was Richard Buck, who was the British anchor. Then we see that U.S. got disqualified because apparently they thought there was an issue with them taking the baton too early. It took a while before that was corrected. Here's the deal with the relays. USATF, please, 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 put somebody on it who knows what they're doing, who knows how to play the politics. We got to get our batons around, and we need to keep them out of keeping medals by fighting a disqualification. That's totally hogwash. But the problem is we're giving the other teams the advantage because we're doing stupid stuff, or we look like we're doing stupid stuff. We just got to get this act together. We've got so much talent. We should be doing 35 medals in an Olympics, but we're not. And the reason being is because the kids aren't that good. I think a lot of it is management. I think a lot of it is how the sport is managed. There's other countries who get a lot more from the least amount of athletes. UK's got pretty good athletes, but they got 80 million people compared to our 310 million. What do you think's going on, okay? Now, a couple other things we need to pack. Erica Moore made the women's 800. This young woman has got more guts and more spunk, and she's on my pinball team now, which is like the highest level you can get, okay? Bernard Lagat's on the pinball team, too. She led for the first 600 and the 800 meters. It's the only way she could medal. She showed some guts. Pamela Gelimo, back, obviously, ran a couple nice 400s this year. I think she's broken 53 already this season. She went by, and the Kenyan looked gorgeous. Pamela is one of the real talents in the sport and is lovely to watch. She won the gold. Erica Moore held on to the bronze. She collapsed at the finish. What a gutty race. Really, really enjoyed that. Did we talk about Justin Gatlin? We talked about Justin. We talked about Ryan. Oh, Brad Walker in the pole vault. Brad Walker did pretty darn good in the pole vault, too. It's nice to see him, even with some injuries, coming back and doing all right. I think we're right now... One more. Okay. Men's 1500, Matt Centrowitz had a little lesson. The men's 1500 was really a roller derby race. Abduladi Iguador won from the Turkish runner Azi Bilan. They ran a 51 last lap, a 24.5 last 200 meters, but they hit the 800 in 209, which is slower than most high school state meet miles. Gives you an idea. It's roller derby, it's sprinting, it's craziness, but that's the way indoor track and field is. You got to be in the right place at the right time. Matt was looking pretty good to about 1,000 meters, and then he ended up dropping back to 7th. But right in front of him was the silver medalist from the world champs, Silas Kiplagat from 2011 outdoors. So pretty exciting racing. The women's race was great too, but in the 1500s, the Turkish community, they got a bronze medal in the women's 1500 and they got a silver medal in the men's 1500. So they were rewarded here too. The crowd was lovely here. The food has been fantastic. We are now going to go to a party, have a couple beverages, perhaps have some fresh sea bass and some dolmas. So signing off from Istanbul, Turkey, another cradle of civilization, the Gary and Larry Show. Ciao, ciao. Was that pretty good? We